Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be going over a fragrance house that I ran into on Instagram. I started looking into them after they ran into my feed and got super sucked into their fragrances and wanted to try them out. There's only 3 fragrances in this line, so I ended up picking up all 3. I did get them in a bundle. You can get them individually for $46.50, or you can get them in a bundle for $140, so you save some money. I just did the bundle. I was super curious about these fragrances and knew I wanted to buy them when I started looking more into them. A little bit about the fragrance house. This is a fragrance house called Brown Girl Jane. Their packaging looks like this. Excuse my nails, I know they look hella ratchet, but the packaging looks like this. It says Brown Girl Jane and then the name of the fragrance on it as well. They remind me of Byredo bottles, if I'm honest. And they do come in 30 ml bottles. They don't come any bigger or any smaller. 30 ml is the only size they sell, so you do get a little bit of fragrance, which is kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. I really like the packaging. I think it's cute. It's simplistic. All 3 bottles look like this. And yeah, the first one that I wanted to talk about in their line. Oh, a little bit more about them. If you're interested, they are vegan, they're cruelty-free, and all their fragrances are plant-based formulas. So I thought that was really cool. And the interesting thing about these fragrances that sucked me in, also sorry if you hear pitter-patter in the background, it's my animals. I just got a new puppy. He's a big boy and he's also super loud as he walks around. I think he's like downstairs getting ready to come upstairs. He's causing a muck. So if you hear a lot of pitter-patter, it's probably just him. But yeah, these fragrances are neuroscientifically proven to have technology that makes you feel either joy, peace, or love. And that's something that I thought was really interesting. I was like, can these fragrances really make me feel joy, peace, and love? Like, what the heck? Like, scientifically proven. I needed to get my nose on these and see what was up and see if they do make me feel either joy, peace, or love. So yeah, that's what we're going to be going over today. The first one that I'm going to be going over is called Lamu. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. It's Lamu. And it looks like this. This one, right when I got it, right off the bat, it reminded me of a fragrance that I'm super familiar with, and that's Tom Ford's Soleil Blanc. If you like Tom Ford Soleil Blanc, this is a slightly sweeter version of that fragrance, if that makes sense. I get the Soleil Blanc vibe so much. This smells clean. It's a little floral, a little fruity. Definitely when I say fruity, I mean like citrusy. It's more citrusy. It's fresh. It gives me like summer vibes. This has Italian lemon, bergamot, salty plumeria, coconut water. And this one is supposed to invoke joy out of the 3. And I can see that. Like, it reminds me of a summery day. So, like, I feel like, yeah, it's going to make me feel, like, sort of happy. Because it does give me a sort of a happy vibe. It reminds me of summer. It reminds me of that fragrance from Tom Ford, Soleil Blanc, which is such a summer fragrance. And, like, summer's such a happy time for the most part. You know, you're getting sunshine, all that vitamin D, running around outside, playing and stuff. Like, so I could see the happy vibes. It definitely invokes like a feeling of happiness, but I don't know if it's scientifically proven to make you happy, but I can see why it would make you happy. It reminds you of summer. Definitely one that you would want to wear in summer though, because the projection and longevity on this one isn't the greatest. This is my least favorite of the 3. It doesn't project so well. It's more of a skin scent, but if you just want to smell clean and you want to smell good for yourself, then I think this is a really good one. It's a really pretty clean skin scent. But don't expect like crazy projection if you get that one, because I don't. It's really, really light. The next one that I'm going to talk about is called Bahia, or Bahia. Not sure how to say that, but it's Bahia. And that's what it looks like. It looks just like the last bottle. They're all sort of this pinky salmon-y sort of color. This one I really enjoyed. I enjoyed this one more than the first one. This one is a really pretty. This one I would classify more as a summer fragrance too. And this is a more like, it's not so skin scentish. This one creates more of an aura around you, more of a bubble. but it's a more personal bubble. So you're not going to get the craziest projection, but everyone like in your vicinity is going to smell you, and you're going to smell so nice. Like, this one is supposed to inspire peace, and this one is definitely a very peaceful, calming smelling fragrance. I honestly like this one a lot. I liked it a lot more than I was expecting. You've got peach nectar, jasmine petals, golden gardenia, vanilla bean, and a creamy tuberose note. And to me, this smells like you just went up to a white flower and you put your nose right up to it on a really hot summer day, and you can smell the flower up close. And you know, like, flower petals have this waxy quality to them. Like, you're up close and you can smell the waxiness and the stems, and like the flower just smells so pretty. That's the vibe I get from this. It smells like you're up and close on a flower and just smelling it super up close, and it's being warmed up by the sun, and like there's this sweetness behind it. It's so pretty. It just reminds me of like summer and being happy, and it puts me in a really good state of mind. And I don't know if it's that technology that's in this, but this one really does relax me, and this one is supposed to promote peace. There's just something really beautiful and just goddessy feeling. I don't know. I just really like this one. I'm like hyping it up, but I really do like enjoy this fragrance. It sucks that it's a softer fragrance, because if you're looking for projection, you're not getting that with this one, but it creates that really beautiful aura, and I'm honestly okay with it because this is just like a fragrance I would want to wear for myself. It's that sort of vibe, and I really, really like this one. Price point, I think, is decent. The 40 something just for this one, I think, isn't that bad. 30 ml. It's about Dua Fragrances prices for like a 30 ml from them and from most places. So I think the price point is honestly really reasonable. But definitely a really pretty one. Definitely check it out if that's the sort of vibe you want to go for. I would recommend this more in summertime. And just like more cozy occasions, like you want to slap this on, you're going to have family over, go to a party or something, you know, create that aura. Definitely a really pretty fragrance for that. The last one that we're going to talk about is called Casablanca. This one was probably my favorite of the three. This one tends to be their most popular one from what I've seen on their website. This one tends to be out of stock the most often, and I can see why. This is the best projecting one. It is the longest lasting one, and it smells really, really pretty. This reminds me a lot of Oriana and like Love Don't Be Shy by Killian, but better and more complex in my opinion, because it has that sort of sweet quality that those fragrances are known for. Especially in Oriana. This reminds me of Oriana a lot, but I ended up selling my bottle of Oriana because it's a beautiful fragrance, don't get me wrong, but I found it kind of boring. I was expecting a little bit more, and it reminded me too much of Love Don't Be Shy, which I already have and love, but didn't want something that was so similar to it. So I ended up selling that bottle. This reminds me of Oriana, but this is what I was hoping Oriana was going to smell like. This has complexity in my opinion, and it just smells so sexy and just so seductive and alluring. And this fragrance is supposed to emote the feelings of love. So I thought that was really interesting, but it is quite sexy. I find this alluring, sexy, very captivating. It's really interesting because it has that same sort of sweetness that Oriana has, but there's something about this fragrance that gives me an aquatic vibe with like a green stemminess. So I think it's really, really interesting. You get this soft, fluffy sweetness that's that cardamom mixing in with that marshmallow and the musk. And then you have this like glistening amber note in this that just makes it adds a sparkle and a shine to the fragrance that's really, really sexy. And it has that soft suede that really binds everything and rounds the fragrance out. Really, really pretty. And it's just so nice, you guys. Like, out of all of them, I recommend this one the most. And I just lost the cap. I just dropped it. I recommend this one the most. I think it's the best one. It has the best projection, the best sillage, the best fragrance just in general. I really like this one. Check it out. And I don't know if it promotes or elicits the feeling of love or whatever, but I think it's a really lovely scent, and I think it's really, really sexy. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the 3 fragrances. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope it was helpful, because I don't hear many people talk about this brand, and I was like thinking, hey, it'd be fun to talk about these for people that might be interested in checking them out. They're definitely a really nice house. I really liked all 3 of the fragrances. Lamu was my least favorite one. Bahia was really, really nice. I like that one for like a cozy vibe. Casablanca, hands down the best one. I can see why people love it. It has complexity, it's beautiful, it has a sweet quality, but this sort of aquatic stemmy feel it has, it adds a uniqueness to it that was unexpected, and honestly so good. But yeah, till next time you guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.